tudde ku bannayuganda obukadde 10 bw'olina okubuulira.
Sefu baduse. Sefu boduka biki.
Ulira shata.
Please don't block ways. Don't block ways. Don't block.
Give way. Give way. Give way. Give way.
You get away from the door.
Here. Even leave. Leave away. Move away.
Get out. I left 3 stand here. Can you open that door? I want you out. Out. This one there is no rest. Get out.
Open that door.
You open that one. You go here.
Open for them.
I'm not going to.
First come.
Get out.
Go out.
You get out. There is no nothing like listening. You have taken the photo. Get out. You open the door.
Open that door.
Open. Get out. You get out. Get out. You get out. Get out. You get out. This thing cannot accommodate. Get out. I don't want camera on the other side. Can you get out? I don't want camera on the other side. Please, let me tell you. I don't want to get this whether with the phone, I'm going to capture your phone.
I'm going to take away your phone and your camera.
Get out. No, you get out. Get out. Press out. Don't go to you. You get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. No, get out. Get out. No, we cannot accommodate.
You have nowhere. You're not going to move.
Please, quiet in the court. Please, enough. Please, I'm repeating again. Please, you can't listen. Member of the court estate. You are the only people. You listen. We have allowed. And I consider it don't come to me. I think it's okay. It's okay. I'm okay now. I'm going to take care.
Now just a moment, okay? If you cannot follow court rules, you are going to get out. Okay? I think let's behave.
Uganda Land is A1, Kitutu, Kitutu, Merigoreti, Kimodo, A1, A2, Abakotosha, A3, Namboya Kitutu Michael.
Now, if I may ask, who is absent? I see 3 names. Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, it is A2.
Okay.
May it please you, Your Honor. My name is Ageesigika Namatu. I'm an Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions. And I'm appearing together with Mr. David Samuni, Chief State Attorney. Mr. Jonathan Mwaganya, Chief State Attorney. Mr. Baini Stanley, Chief State Attorney, and Ms. Safina Dibeke, Senior State Attorney. Your Honor, accused persons accused persons numbers 1 and 3 are present in court. It is accused number 2 who is not present. A1 and A3 are jointly represented by Mr. Michael Wamasevu, Mr. Jude Yamkana, and Mr. John Musini. Your Honor, Mr. Kenneth Agaba Mujira, is counsel for A2. The case is for plea, Your Honor.
Madam Kitutu Mary. Can I say English is the language you're going to use? Yes. then there is Mr. Naboya. Language English? Lugisu. Do we have an interpreter? She's here. No, let her come. Okay. Wow, good. Thank you. So we are going to have the charge read. We are going to have the charge read in both English and Lugisu. So the two of you should be attentive. So Kitutu Mary Goretti Kimono or Kimono, female adult, 61 years, Gishu by tribe, woman member of parliament, Manafa district and minister for Karamoja affairs, office of the prime minister, resident of Bunga, Kalungu, Machinde division, Kampala district. A2 who is not here is Abaho Joshua, male adult, aged 46 by tribe, senior assistant secretary, Ministry of Karamoja Affairs, office of the prime minister, resident of Sonde, Chikulu, Goma sub-county, Mukono district. Then A3, Naboya Kitutu Michael, male adult, 52 years, Gishu by tribe, peasant, resident of Situmi village, Situmi parish, Buweka, sub-county, Namisindwa district.
Ibunga, Kalungu, Machinde division, Kampala district. Wahabili, Abaho Joshua, Saliwota, Ngalini Nyaha, Anamukaga, Umchida, senior assistant secretary, Ministry of Karamoja Affairs, office here, Prime Minister, Ngaba Isonde, Chikulu, Goma sub-county, Mukono district. Ubunangoa Hataru, Naboya, Kitutu Michael, Ngowe Tumia Hatalo Mtubili, Mungisu, Ngaba Mustumi Parish, Muhaweka, Namisingwa district.
So count 1, statement of offense, loss of public property, contrary to section 10, subsection 1 of the Anti-Corruption Act 2009 as amended. Particulars of offense, Kitutu Mary Goreti Chimono, between the month of June 2022 and January 2023 at the office of the Prime Minister's stores, Namamve, Mukono district, caused loss of public property in form of 9,000 pre-painted iron sheets of gauge 28 by diverting the said iron sheets from the intended purpose of benefiting the Karamoja Community Empowerment Program to her own benefit and to the benefit of third parties, having reason to believe that such act would result into loss of the said public property. Madam Kitutu, have you heard and understood?
I have heard and understood.
How do you plead?
It is not true. I am not guilty.
A plea of not guilty is entered. Count 2, statement of offense, loss of public property, contrary to section 10, subsection 1 of the Anti-Corruption Act 2009 as amended. Particulars of offense, Kitutu Mary Goreti Kimono, during the month of January 2023 at the office of the Prime Minister's stores, Namamve, Mukono district, caused loss of public property in form of 5,500 pre-painted iron sheets of gauge 28 by diverting the said iron sheets from the intended purpose of benefiting the Karamoja Community Empowerment Program to her own benefit and to the benefit of third parties, having reason to believe that such act would result into loss of the said public property. Have you heard and understood that one as well?
Yes, I have understood.
Is it true or it's not true?
It is not true.
Plea of not guilty entered for count 2. I will skip count 3 since the accused is not in court, as well as count 4. Then count 5 can be read for A3.
Sesa bakumwaka kuwere ni kumwezi kunyowa January mwaka oku Kushalo Stumi, Ibuhaweka, Muhabuhaweka sub-county, in Misindom district, Wafuna Kamabati, Kageja, Munana, Chikumi, Lakali reported energies. Nga kuliho imaka ya office of the prime minister. Nga uli mumanyivu uli abesingivu kafuna tawe. Wategeje charge?
Nawe.
Wategeje? Mwekiri?
Nawe. Ndimanya kuta.
He has understood the charge. Kitutu Michael says he has understood the charge.
No. You repeat exactly what he has said, word for word.
Okay.
Just repeat what he has said, word for word.
I have understood the charge, but I have no knowledge about this.
So plea of not guilty is also entered for A3 in respect to count 5. So count 6, statement of offense, conspiracy to defraud, contrary to section 309 of the Penal Code Act, cap 120, particulars of offense, Kitutu Mary Goreti Kimono and Abaho Joshua between the month of June 2023 and the month is between, let me read this afresh. Statement of offense, Kitutu Mary Goreti Kimono and Abaho Joshua between the month of June 2022 and January 2023 conspired together by deceit to defraud beneficiaries under the Karamoja Community Empowerment Program of 9,000 pre-painted iron sheets of gauge 28. Madam Kitutu, have you heard and understood?
Yes, I have understood.
How do you plead?
It is not true. You are not wrong.
Plea of not guilty entered in respect of A1 for count 6.
Your Honor, there are few inquiries. That the state has to clear, but also accused number 2 is not in present in court today. It is for that reason, Your Honor, that we pray for criminal summaries to be issued against A2 an adjournment. To enforce some the criminal summons on it.
We do not object to the issuance of criminal samples against A2. And neither do we object to prayer for an adjournment subject to our application, for A1. Granted bail by this honorable court. And right, Your Honor, my colleague, my senior colleague, Mr. Michael Wamasebu, will take the full address to the court in respect of A1 bail application.
That is correct, Your Worship. Your Worship, I rise to make an application to bail for my client A1 today. In time later on that we can apply for bail for A2 as well. So for today, I mean for A3, much of that. For today, we are going to make the application on behalf of A1. Your Honor, this application is based on the following legal framework. I will not go through the details of the text of each of the legislation. These legislations are well. First instrument we are relying on is Article 23, Clause 6, Subclause of the Constitution. And then Article 28, Clause 3 of the Constitution. All these pieces of legislation, the first article is 23(6)(a), which says that where a person is arrested in respect of a criminal offense, the person is entitled to apply to the court to be released on bail, and the court may grant that person bail on such conditions as the court considers reasonable. And the second one, Your Worship, is Article 28, Clause 3, which presumes every accused innocent until he is proved guilty or until he has admitted his offense. Your Worship, the third piece of legislation we are relying on
is Section 75 of the Magistrates Courts Act, which says that the magistrates' courts before which a person appears or is brought charged with an offense may at any stage of the proceedings release that person on bail. Your Worship, the third one is Section 77 of the MCA, which lays down the conditions which an accused must satisfy before he is released on bail. The other instrument we seek to rely on, Your Honor, is the High Court Anti-Corruption Division Rules of 2021. And finally, we are grounding our application on the bail guidelines for courts of judicature practice directions of 2022. Your Honor, in terms of the guidelines, they were very specific. Considerations for bail, that's Rule 13 of the bail guidelines. The court shall consider the following in handling a bail application. One, the gravity of the offense, and two, the nature of the offense. In response to this, is our submission that the offenses with which our clients are charged are bailable by this court. So this court has the jurisdiction to grant them bail. The second consideration given by the guidelines is the antecedents of the applicant so far as they are known. Your Honor, our client, Minisita Kitutu Kimono, is a Ugandan citizen, age 62. In terms of the bail guidelines, she's therefore of advanced age, and on that ground alone, this court should be inclined to grant her bail, and other reasons which I'm going to give. She is a very prominent citizen of this country, having served in very many respectful offices of responsibility as Minister of State, as Minister, up to the point where now she is a Minister in the Executive of Uganda government. She is also a very decorated scientist and academician. She worked.
I don't know why I find your case a little bit fast.
Sorry. I'll go slowly, George. In terms of the guidelines.
Just hold on. No, you don't take us back. You were giving us some information about your client.
Yes. About her
You
previous.
mentioned the age.
Yes, she's
You
61.
went to- You say it's 62.
So 60. She's 61. 61. And the guidelines define advanced age to be 60 and above. So she's within that bracket of what we call advanced age.
She's a prominent country.
Yes, and she's a prominent citizen of this country. I will not go into the details. Your Honor, our client has a fixed place of abode. She has a home in Bunga, where she lives with her family. and that is marking a division. She is married to Mr. Michael Kitutu, another prominent citizen. She is a mother of 7 and a grandmother of 7. Our client owns property within the jurisdiction of this court. She owns land in the form of a private minor in Wakiso district, block 241, plot 1264, which is half an acre. She also owns land in the same district of Wakiso, is block 241, plot 1265, also a private minor. We have the title deeds here with us, and Your Honor, to indicate her seriousness with which she takes these proceedings, she is ready to deposit these titles in court if the court prefers it that way. Your Honor, the accused also has medical complications that require her to undergo constant medical attention by a specialist. The 2 days during which she has been in custody have been very stressful for her, and her condition has relapsed. The condition which she suffers from it is called hypertensive heart disease with left ventricle stiffness. In short, it is HHD. It is a threatening heart failure condition, especially when she is under stress, like she is at the moment. Your Honor, if I may just remind this court, her condition was certified by Dr. Minisita Charles, who is the head of the intensive care unit at the Mulago National Hospital. He has in fact given her...
Is that the continuation of the sentence where you said you can remind this one?
So much obliged, Your Honor. I will come to that later.
When such information comes to my mind, I have to remind me.
No, I will come to that in due course, Your Honor. Much obliged. For now. I just wanted to give the person who made that diagnosis. Is a Dr. Minisita Kitutu, who is the head of the ICU in Mulago Hospital. Dr. Charles Ageesigika is the head of the ICU, and he has given her an appointment on 15th April, and he has said that appointment is a must. And this diagnosis was done on 15th of March. Your Honor. Your Honor, now this brings me to the history of one of our colleagues called Kasango, who appeared in this court sometime with a similar condition. And he applied for bail. And the bail was denied. And we lost him from Luzera prison. So the caution would dictate that we don't make the same mistake.
I think this is the direction I'm going to take. I will be telling you that first comes there.
Much obliged. Yeah, we have
The name of the medical facility, what did you say?
it is called Mulago National Hospital Intensive Care. Mulago National Referral. Actually, it's Mulago National Specialized Hospital Intensive Care Unit. Mulago is apparently above the nearest hospital. It's now specialized. And we would like to tender the medical report with respect of her medical condition. And we want the original. We'll pass it over to our colleagues to look at it before they do that. They already have it. We have the original. And we also have, Your Honor, that unfortunate history of one of our colleagues who passed away because of this condition, and the matter was adjudicated. We would like you to look at this authority.
What is your point in that one? What do you want me to pick from that?
This condition is so life-threatening that
what is that you're forwarding to court first and foremost? We would want you to look at this. What is that you wish that I look at? Because I am not going to write it on record that we would want you to look at this.
Much obliged, Your Honor.
Yes.
Our first doctrine we have taken in court.
The first is already here.
Yeah, this one is the ruling of the Court of Appeal in respect of that condition. Which one of our colleagues?
The case particulars?
It is a criminal miscellaneous application, Court of Appeal, criminal miscellaneous application, number 219 of 2018, for Kasango versus Uganda. In which the applicant relied on that condition to apply for bail, but unfortunately it was not granted. And as we speak, he has gone to be with the ancestors. So we pass over the authority to the court to look at. Your Honor, we have also passed over the land titles for the two pieces of property which the applicant owns. The other consideration under the regulations, Your Honor, is that if there is a possibility of a delay in the trial, it is common knowledge, Your Honor, that trials in this court take some time. So on this ground also our client will be justified in applying for bail. The other one is the
It's common knowledge that
that the trials in this court take time because of the many challenges our judiciary is facing, like backlog. And we have already been informed that inquiries are not even complete. Only last night, Your Honor, one of our clients was smuggled in from Manama. So at this rate, we don't know how long they will take. The other consideration is the likelihood of the applicant to attend court.
Did you want the other portion to be part of your... or it was a passing by statement? Whoever was smuggled, I don't know.
No, we were just indicating, we said that to show that the prosecution does not seem to be done yet. They are still collecting people from different parts of the country.
Because of the backlog.
And I was giving an example that A3 was brought in last night. We didn't even have a chance to see him.
The inquiries are not yet.
The other important consideration, Your Honor, is the likelihood of the applicant interfering with witnesses. And we are saying this is not possible because one, our client is a...
Pause it there. Yes, because of?
The other consideration F is the likelihood of the applicant to attend court. So it interfere with witnesses. And we are saying that in terms of that guideline, there is no possibility because she is a law-abiding citizen. And so far nobody has complained that even when she was free, she attempted to interfere with any prosecution evidence. And much obliged, Your Honor. The other guideline is the likelihood of the applicant to attend court. We are saying that the applicant is willing to attend court, and as a manifestation of her commitment to do that, in addition to the titles, she is willing to...
You're saying that the applicant...
The applicant has committed herself to continue attending this court as and when required by the court from today until the disposal of this matter. And so, Your Honor, in addition to the titles which you have tendered to the court, the applicant is willing to deposit her diplomatic passport in this court to clearly demonstrate her intention to remain within the jurisdiction jurisdiction of this court. And we want to apply to tender it. We request that the court looks at this and this they can allow us to leave the copy behind. But you can also keep the original. But before that, the other guideline, Your Honor, relates to whether the offense for which the applicant is charged involves violence. And our submission is that there was no violence involved. And this court has had the particulars of all the allegations against her, and there is no reference to any violence anywhere. The last and most important guideline regards whether the applicant has sufficient sureties within Uganda to undertake that the applicant shall comply with the conditions of her bail. Your Honor, we present to court 4 sureties in response to this guideline. The first, Your Honor, is her own dear husband, Mr. Minisita Kitutu. George. George Kitutu. The couple have been married since 4th June 1988. And they have children and grandchildren together.
Pardon with that date?
4th June 1988. He has his national ID, which we have the pleasure to tender to the court. The letters of introduction from the LOCs as proof of his residence in that locality. Mr. Kitutu is a professional accountant and currently self-employed as a businessman with the interests in real estate. So we have tendered the originals of the national ID and the LOC letter. Your Honor, we have explained to Mr. Kitutu his responsibilities as a surety, and he has said he will fulfill that responsibility and produce his wife to court as and when required until this matter is disposed of. We would like to tender these originals of the documents in respect of Kitutu court through the prosecution. Your Honor, the second surety. Pardon? We are tendering the LOC authority letter from the LOC, the introductory letter from the LOC, and the national ID of Mr. Michael George Kitutu, the first surety. Your Honor, the second surety is Honorable Simon Mulongo. Simon, can you stand up? Your Honor, Mr. Mulongo is a former member of Parliament and a diplomat working as a special envoy to the African Union. We have his LOC documentation, diplomatic passport, and national ID for the inspection of court. Mr. Mulongo is a great friend of the Kitutu family. And he has likewise undertaken to ensure that the applicant comes to this court to attend the trial up to the end. The third surety, Your Honor, is Honorable Seth Wambede. Honorable, can you stand up for the court to see? He is the current member of Parliament for Mbale City Northern Division. We have his documents in the form of national ID, the ID for Parliament, and the LOC introductory letter. Originals are tendered to court for verification. Your Honor, Honorable Wambede is also a very close friend of Honorable Kitutu. They belong to the Bugisu parliamentary group, which is a very, very strong group representing the MPs from Mbale, and they are also personal friends. Your Honor, the last surety is a Dr. Joel Wandawa, who is a plastic surgeon attached to Kirudu Hospital in Kampala City, a resident of Kira. He's called Joel Wandawa. Wandawa is W-A-N-D-A-W-A. Wandawa. He's a plastic surgeon attached to Kitutu Hospital and a resident of Kira. We are also tendering his documents, which include the national ID, the LC1 introduction letter for the inspection of this court. He is a close family friend of the applicant. Your Honor, with all these credentials, which Dr. Minisita Kitutu has brought to the court, not to mention her own status as a woman MP for Manafa district, where she is very, very much liked by the citizens, because one of the considerations was that whether the safety of the applicant, the community, and the complainants, sometimes someone can be released and the community is hostile. In this case, medical Kitutu is a darling of the electorate of Manafa district. So the last week she was presiding over the women's celebrations. And she has no previous criminal record. We pray that this court be pleased, therefore, to consider granting her bail on such terms as this court considers just. I so pray, Your Worship, and thank you for listening to me.
May it please you, Your Honor. We object to the grant of bail in this case. And Your Honor, the grounds for our opposition to this bail are contained in the affidavit in opposition of bail that was deposited by Detective ASP Mohammed Soweid, who is one of the investigating officers in this case. And Your Honor, before we address you in response to the application, we adopt the affidavit of Detective ASP Soweid Mohammed together with its annexures as part of our submissions. Your Honor, the major grounds for the objection to this application are as follows. Firstly, no sufficient grounds have been adduced by the applicant to warrant her release on bail. Secondly, Your Honor, the considerations for bail have not been met. And thirdly, the sureties that have been presented before you, Your Honor, do not meet the requirements for the release of bail in economic crimes, such as this one before you, Your Worship. We shall expound on those in our submissions. Your Honor, you are referred to Section 77 of the Magistrates Court Act for the conditions for the grant of bail. Our submission is that these conditions have not been met. We shall address you on them, on some of them, as follows. Your Honor, Section 77, subsection 2A. Guides that court should consider the nature of accusations. Your Honor, the nature of accusations in this case against A1 are as per counts 1, 2, 5, and 6 of the charge sheet. And they reflect mindless crimes of diverting iron sheets that were intended to benefit the community of Karamoja sub-region. I also premise our arguments, Your Honor, on paragraph 3, the affidavit in support, in opposition to the bail application. where one of the investigating officers, much obliged. Deponed to the nature of this case as being one of great public interest, involving gross mismanagement and loss of 14,500 iron sheets for the vulnerable persons of the Gambuuze sub-region. 14,500. That we are intended to benefit the vulnerable persons of the Gambuuze sub-region. And Your Honor, for paragraph 2B, again, section 77 of the Magistrates Court Act, one of the considerations is the gravity of the offense. Your Honor, loss of public property is a serious offense under our laws, attracting a maximum sentence of 10 years. We note here, Your Honor, that the accused person, number 1, has been charged with 2 of these counts. Your Honor, again, we shall refer to paragraph 4 of the affidavit in opposition to the bail application. I'm not going to read all of it, Your Honor. And it is to the effect that investigations in this case are in advanced stages. Learned Senior Counsel for the accused person submitted that these inquiries are still incomplete. But this is not correct, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I think I'm getting distracted by, I don't know what's going on this. The noise is becoming a bit distracting.
I think let's give her the audience. Let's give her the audience. If you're bored, please get out. Okay?
Much obliged, Your Honor. The issue I wanted to point out is that counsel in his submissions indicated that the inquiries are still raw. And our emphasis is that the evidence as adduced under paragraph 4 of the affidavit in opposition to the bail application aptly contradicts that submission. Your Honor, one of the grounds for consideration under 77 of the MCA, paragraph 2E, is whether the applicant is likely to interfere with any of the witnesses for the prosecution. Your Honor, paragraphs 5 and 6 of the affidavit in opposition answer this requirement in affirmative. As deponed under paragraph 5, Your Honor, the applicant directly obstructed investigations in this case by preventing her mother, Miss Kitutu Kotilda, in whose house some of the critical exhibits in this case were uncovered. From recording a statement. Our submission is that this is a clear demonstration of the applicant's intent and capacity to interfere with the investigations in this case. It is indicated under paragraph 4 of the affidavit in opposition to the bail application. Who incidentally are on the run. We quickly go to paragraph 6 of the affidavit, Your Honor. About the applicant's previous conduct of obstructing the investigations. Coupled with her position as a minister in charge of calamity. Your Honor, you've heard from much obliged. You've heard from the applicant's submissions through her counsel. That she's indeed a prominent person. Having held previous ministerial positions and still holding one to date. This is not a small position. Coupled with her earlier demonstrated capacity of interfering with prosecution, witnesses, and the police investigations.